Thank you very much for joining me once again, folks, and real big thank you to everyone for all the comments and likes and shares and feedback for all the videos that I've been putting out there. It's greatly appreciated, and all the feedback and comments are taken on board. And we look forward to bringing you more content, more interviews in the coming weeks and months. So let's talk about India versus Pakistan yesterday. Yeah, ended in a rain affected match, which was disappointing for everyone. I think one of the most disappointing things was that India versus Pakistan, we're all used to seeing packed houses. I remember being at Old Trafford for the 2019 World Cup encounter, and there wasn't a spare seat in the house. In fact, I think there were thousands of fans outside the ground trying to get in who didn't even have tickets. So to see empty seats in an India-Pakistan match was disappointing. I appreciate it's a fairly big ground in Sri Lanka, and it's a neutral venue as well. So not too many India-Pakistan fans probably made it over there, but nonetheless, it's the biggest game in world cricket. It needs to be a full house. The weather as well spoiled the occasion, as I mentioned. I don't think it's a very smart idea to have cricket in Sri Lanka at this time of year. We know what the weather's going to be like. So I think those at the Asian Cricket Council who were desperate to have the tournament in Sri Lanka rather than Pakistan or the UAE, need to take a look at themselves. I just hope, for the sake of the tournament and for Asian cricket, the whole tournament isn't ruined due to the weather. Fingers crossed. Let's see. Now, turning to the India versus Pakistan match itself. Got to start with Shaheen Shah Afridi. Where else? Absolutely superb with the new ball, swinging it both ways, in swingers, out swingers, pace. Incredible opening spell from him. A spell that had the Indian batsman tangled in knots. Really, didn't really know which way the ball was going, hesitant and confused, which is something that you don't really associate with the likes of Shubman Gill, with Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. They all seemed very tentative and unsure of what they were going to do or what the plan was. I think it looked like they wanted to see Shaheen out, get over his opening spell, and then build from there. However, at the other end, Shaheen had a very capable new ball partner in Naseem Shah, who just seems to be getting better and better with each match. His confidence is growing. His stature in world cricket is increasing, and it's good to see that his fitness levels have improved as well. And he's really looking after himself and improving as a bowler, mainly bowling out swingers. And yeah, the Indian batters respected that, and obviously Pakistan had India at 66 for four. At that stage, it looked like, yeah, Pakistan well on top and looking at a total of about 200 perhaps to chase down, which was great news for Pakistan fans. That's when it went wrong, though. 66 for four, you got the opposition on their knees, smell blood. As a captain, and I'm going to have a go at Babar Azam here, some people might not like this, but you smell blood, you go for the kill. A strong captain, a good leader, a strong leader would have had his paces on for an extra over or two against the new batsmen in Ishan Kishan and Hardik Pandya. They wouldn't have wanted to face the likes of Shaheen Shah Afridi and Naseem Shah at the start of their innings. What Babar did was brought the gentle spinners on. So 7 overs in tandem of Mohammad Nawaz and Shadab Khan, conceding 42 runs for no wickets, and that helped the two batters settle in, the stroking of the ball around, easy singles, fours to the loose balls. It was almost a boundary every over. Now, this wasn't great captaincy, if I'm being totally honest. Yeah, I realised that Pakistan had to have 20 overs of spin because they were only playing three paces, which is a questionable decision in itself. So those 20 overs, how should Babar have manoeuvred those 20 overs of spin? By the way, he ended up bowling 21 overs of spin, which I've no idea why that extra over. Filling overs from Salman Ali Aga, yep, I get that. But to bowl Shadab and Nawaz in tandem for so long, and help India ease themselves in, get themselves back on track, and take the score to 204 before the next wicket was taken was incredibly poor captaincy. Now, yeah, Babar is the favourite son at the moment of Pakistan cricket. He's well liked, he's well respected, and he deserves those accolades. He's a great batter, but boy, does he need to improve as a captain. Really was not good enough. It wasn't proactive captaincy, it was reactive, it was defensive captaincy, it was captaincy which gave the Indian side renewed hope and it let them back into the game, which you don't do. It's like a football team being 3-0 up and then just going on the defensive and allowing the opposition to score a couple of goals. You allow them back into the game and their heads are going to go up. The spirit's going to be lifted. That was down to the captain. Really poor captaincy from Babar Azam. Simply not good enough. And he's done this before as well. And he needs to improve that aspect of his game. Doesn't seem to be learning from his mistakes regarding the defensive nature of his captaincy. What he should have done was, as so many people were saying, bring one of the pacers back in and try and knock over one of Kishan or Pandya, break that partnership, and then you're down towards the tail enders, the lower end of the batting order. Now, the likes of Naseem Shah had 5 overs left. He'd only bowled 5 overs, and yet he wasn't brought back to bowl to Kishan or Pandya. Saved those 5 overs for the end of the innings, and he didn't even complete his 10 overs. Yet Naseem Shah was the most economical of the Pakistani bowlers, which is mystifying, really surprising, and poor captaincy. Now, 266, yeah, tough target for Pakistan. Would they have done that? I'm not so sure. The conditions weren't great for batting. The pitch was a little bit too paced. Overhead conditions weren't great. The weather wasn't ideal. Would have been on and off. The field pretty sure for the rest of the day, and it would have been a case of the batters having to start their innings. So that would have been a really tough target to chase. A target that really Pakistan shouldn't have had to chase because it should have been much less than that if the captain had been more proactive. Um, I mean, with regards to the whole India Pakistan thing, we're seeing lots of pictures of the players getting on well, which is good to see. Off the field, India Pakistan cricketers have always got on. Um, we hear great stories of when tours happened to India, when Pakistan toured there, and vice versa when India came to Pakistan. And the players back in the day got some really good friendships going, and relationships were great off the field. But I want to see a bit of aggression on the field. Yeah, Harris Rauf showed a little bit of aggression, but it's all too friendly. It's all too, patting each other on the back, shaking each other's hands. Let's have a bit of Gautam Gambhir and Shahid Afridi style aggression, bit of Kamran Akmal and Ishant Sharma aggression. I'm not saying go crazy and start pushing each other on the field and get banned for the next game or whatever. But let's see a little bit of fight, a little bit of aggression. Enough of this friendly banter that is going on at the moment. In terms of Pakistan's bowling effort, yeah, the Pacers took all 10 wickets. I don't think at this moment in time there's a better trio of pace bowlers, a more aggressive trio of pace bowlers than Naseem Shah, uh, Shaheen Shah Afridi, and Harris Rauf. Absolutely superb. Yep, Harris Rauf was going for a few runs. He went for a few boundaries, a couple of lucky boundaries as well. But he's somebody who will get you a wicket. He's somebody who can rattle the opposition. All three of them bowling 140 plus kph. Harris Rauf bowling close to 150 kph. It's frightening. It's absolutely incredible to watch. And I just think they were let down by their spinners. Shadab Khan, Mohammad Nawaz weren't at the best. India are great players of spin. We know that. What I don't understand is the Pakistan team management announcing their team a day before the match day. Now, yeah, you want to show the opposition that this is our starting 11. We're comfortable, we're confident with our starting 11, but why not wait until the morning? Why not wait to assess what conditions are like what the pitch is like, what the weather is like, and then name your starting 11. You don't get extra runs or bonus points or or extra wickets for naming your starting 11 a day or two before the day of the match. So why do it? Ideally, I think, and I know hindsight is a wonderful thing, but Pakistan should have played an extra pacer. Maybe Mohammad Wasim Jr. or even Fahim Ashraf in place of Mohammad Nawaz, especially against India, who, as I say, are great players of spin. But there's probably a lesson learned for Pakistan with regards to that. I hope they don't name their teams before match day in future in this tournament. And obviously they're through to the Super Fours now, Pakistan are. And let's see how this progresses because Pakistan have got a pretty strong side, and who knows, it could be an India versus Pakistan final later in the tournament. Thank you very much for watching. As I say, keep that feedback coming, keep those likes, those shares, etc. And there's plenty more to come. Thank you.